Hello everyone, my name is Cynthia and I'm here to present to you the stock prediction AI project. Prediction itself, it is an English word to mean maybe to determine, maybe to see in the future or in the past. Actually, we see in the future basing on the past. So we are here at stock prediction. In this project, I'll be making sure we determine the future prices of the goods basing on the previous prices of the commodities or maybe previous market structures, and the user will also be able to get the notification when the stock reduces, maybe to a certain percentage they want, maybe to 10%, maybe when it reduces to 5, according to what they want. When the customer makes an order and buys the record and buys the item, then the records are kept and the amount of stock reduces automatically. Then they get a notification like your stock has reduced, maybe restock, maybe according to what they want. And how are we going to use artificial intelligence in this project? Artificial intelligence will be will help us to determine the difference in prices of stock over time, and the stock difference and maybe the stock differences over time as per data fed to the machine. Maybe you all know artificial intelligence works based on data, so the data fed into the machine will help to determine will help to predict the future price. And then the AI will also enable us to send a notification to the users about the stock, about the amount of stock remaining, about the current stock in store. And then here I'll be using the data type that I'll be using. Mainly they will be integer. The integer, you all know, like this is the numeric data type used to store numbers without fractional components. Most data here will be integers, especially the stock amounts, the receipt details, and the price of the commodities. And then we shall also be having text. Text is a sequence of characters, and mostly used are it is the most used data type, and it can include digits and symbols. This will be used where to capture maybe the product names and other details that will not be integers. And then we have supervised and unsupervised learning. What is supervised learning? Supervised learning is where the model is given input data as well as output data. The aim of supervised algorithm is to find a mapping function to map the input variable with the output variable. For example, for supervised learning, the machine is given, maybe he's told like this is a car, this is a tire, this is maybe a wheel, so that it can relate them to give the output. And then for supervised and unsupervised learning, this is where the available data consists of unlabeled input data. To find the structure and patterns from input data, the model finds the patterns itself. Maybe you just put the cup, maybe the spoon, and the machine will be able to tell you like these are utensils. Maybe you put anything, maybe the images, maybe the colors, and it tells you this is this. Then supervised learning techniques. In this project, we shall have two techniques that I'll use there are two supervised techniques that I'll be using. This will be classification and regression. For classification, this is the process of finding or discovering a model which helps in separating the data into multiple categorical classes. In classification, the data is categorized according to some parameters given in the input and labels that are predicted for the data. For example, in this project, there will be some data that will, like maybe the receipt names given in this year, maybe the names of commodities, maybe. So they will be able to it will be able to categorize them into one maybe cluster. Maybe these are receipts, maybe these are prices, maybe these are commodities. And regression, this is a process of finding a model for distinguishing the data into continuous real values instead of using discrete values. Then we go to unsupervised techniques. Unsupervised techniques, we are also going to have two, and the first one is clustering and the other one is association. For clustering, this is the task of dividing data points into a number of groups such that the data points in the same group are more similar to the other data points in the same group and similar to the data points in the other group. Then for association, this checks for the dependence of one data item on another data item and maps accordingly so that it can be more profitable. Of course, like any other project, in AI projects you also have challenges, and you have the problem of bias, the bias problem, the ambiguity of a stock with which an algorithm is to be applied. This is problematic as stock selection is not an ambiguity process. Then overwhelming data is also a problem. This is where the data is too much for the AI design cannot handle. For example, when there is a lot of stock to be predicted than the expected number. Yeah. Then lack of skilled manpower is also a problem. Lack of skilled manpower is also a problem. This is the biggest challenge, one of the biggest challenges in AI, as most people have no skill of using the models, for example, to enter data, read predictions, and change data. Then we shall have some solutions to the problems. They use minimal data. The data fed to the model should be minimum enough for it to handle in order to produce the expected results. Do not overwhelm the machine with so much data. Then train users. The users of the model should be trained enough to have all the necessary skill to use the model in order to produce the best results. Then I'm going also to show you the difference between accuracy, recall, precaution, and F1 score. Accuracy tells how many times the machine learning model was correct overall. Then for recall, tells how many times the model was able to detect a specific category. Precaution is how good the model is at predicting a specific category. Then for F1 score, this combines precaution and recall into a single matrix. This is also used to compare the performance of the two classifiers. Then I'll also show you AI evaluation matrices used in the project. Evaluation matrices are used to measure the quality of the machine learning model. I think that is best how I can explain to you evaluation matrices. Then here I'm having classification. It is the ratio of number of correct predictions to the total number of input samples. Then another one, this is we have confusion matrix. Is the visual presentation of the actual versus predicted values. And lastly, I have some references, so if this is not enough, you can go on and tap on those links to read for more knowledge about the project. And please subscribe, comment and like. Thank you.